All right guys, Beretta 9mm USA here, and these are probably our two favorite 9mm pistols. This is the Glock 19 4th Gen and the Walther PPQ in 9mm. We're just going to do a little shooting between the two of them and give you some of our thoughts on them. I know I've recommended them to at least 50 subscribers who are looking at different handguns and wanted to know which way to go for 9mm. Anyway, we're going to do some shooting with them. Thanks for watching. All right, Glock 19 Gen 4. Walther PPQ in 9mm. Okay, bolt triggers are excellent. There's more gap in the sights of the Walther PPQ. There's a little more gap from the front sight compared to the back sight. The Glock is a little bit easier to get an exact aim point. Glock does a great job with the recoil. Walther's not bad either, but you can tell it's a little bit higher in my hand. It feels like it's got a little bit more flip to it.
So the bore axis is definitely higher?
Yeah, which I really didn't expect. But look at that Glock 19. There's not much to it above my hand.
Yeah.
Trying to hit that swinger plate from here.
Good hit. Good hit. Good hit. Good hits.
It's a great pistol. Glock 19 Gen 4.
Alright guys, the Glock 19 Gen 4 versus my Walther PPQ M2. This is definitely one of the best 9mm pistols ever made, in my opinion. It's right now sporting a BT guide rod, just so you guys know. So I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to talk about the triggers a little bit. I'm also going to talk about the recoil impulse. They're about the same size overall, if you can tell. The bore axis is just a little bit different, but they're about the same size, as you can see. So they're technically compact pistols, both of them, you know, to a full-size pistol. Another compact pistol right here. This is a Smith & Wesson 6904. This is a 12-round 9mm pistol, so this is technically a compact pistol also, just for a size reference, you guys. As you can see, very similar in overall dimensions. Okay, put that to the side. Shoot the Glock first, because why not? We're going to go for the hostage swinger plate. Missed that round. Missed. Missed. Okay, we're out. Gonna load another mag. Center mag. I think that the recoil impulse on the Glock is a little bit sharper. What do you think?
I don't know. I like the recoil on both of them.
Like, I think the recoil of this is a little bit more right back into your hand because of the guide rod assembly, most likely. Or this, it seems like it has a little bit more muzzle rise, it feels like. Triggers, you know, there's nothing like the Walther PPQ trigger. It's pretty good. You know, it hits that wall and it just breaks. And the reset is just amazing. Although this Glock trigger is a very good trigger for a Glock. You know, all triggers are triggers, guys. I totally just jerked those 2 rounds. Ergonomics, Walther PPQ is one of the best. The Glock feels good too, the Gen 4. I'm not a huge fan of the Gen 3s, but you know, I definitely like the controls a little bit better on the Gen 4, and I also like the texture that they've added to the gun. As far as the sights, there's definitely not as much air in the Glock sights, the night sights that are provided by Glock. They have Meprolite tritium inserts. The Walther, it doesn't bother me that it has more air. I think it actually makes it a little bit more consistent for me, personally. As you can see me hitting the hostage target right there numerous times. So, you know, I have definitely fired a lot more rounds through the Walther PPQ right there compared to the Glock pistols in general by now. And I just prefer the Walther because of the ergonomics and the trigger. The trigger and the sights are what makes this gun an amazing pistol. What do you think?
I'm going to differ with you this time. I'm liking the Glock a little bit better than the Walther.
Oh, really?
I did not think that was going to be the case when we started shooting them against each other. Now, granted, I've been shooting Glock since 1992, June, July of 92. So, and the Walther we've had for a couple of years, but
Yep.
I'm really liking that Gen 4 Glock 19.
Well, they're both sweet guns. Can empty a few more rounds to the Walther. You know, both of them have the same capacity if you're going to use an extended mag, like a Glock 17 mag, or if you're going to use a flush-fitting magazine. But I definitely think that the magazines are higher quality on the Walther mags. They're made by Metcar, and they release out of the gun easier. The polymer on polymer makes it a little bit harder for the mag to release because it sticks a little bit more compared to a metal mag. With the metal magazine release, it just drops free very easily. So, just something to add.
I'm going to shoot them one more time. All right, guys, the Glock 19 Gen 4. We've moved up from 20 yards to 10 yards. I don't know, it's one of the best Glock 19s I've ever shot. It's very, very accurate, and the recoil is completely manageable, and the trigger is one of the best triggers I've ever experienced on a Glock that has not been tuned or tricked out by some company. It's just a stock Glock 19, quite a pistol. Come check out the target. That was 15 rounds. And when I started shooting, I started on the swinger plate. So there's 3 rounds there, and then all the rest of them are right here. I did pull one up a little bit high, right dead center in the head. Glock 19, 4th gen. It may be the best Glock I have in my collection. Okay, this is a Walther PPQ in 9mm. This is young Beretta's pistol. So we're using this for the comparison with the Glock 19 Gen 4. 15 rounds. We're gonna try to hit the swinger plate and do some headshots just like we did with the Glock 19. Okay, it is a sniper's pistol. It's unbelievably accurate. From 10 to 11 yards away, just hitting everything like I'm standing right in front of it. So really liking it. The trigger's great. The grip is really good. This particular one has the Meprolite night sights. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you are picking one of these 2 pistols, I don't think you can do much better. So both of them are equally excellent in my opinion. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting. Magazine in, you're gonna do that push-pull racking of the action. Make sure you've got a straight trigger finger. So you got a straight trigger finger on the pistol, pushing it forward as you're pushing this hand back. Boom. You still have a straight trigger finger until you bring your second hand up, you wrap around, you get that good, comfortable grip. Now you're pointing at the target, now you reach for the trigger, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. This is a Walther PPQ. Very good. Very nice. Nice. Comfortable. There we go. Good. Excellent.
Those first 2 rounds, dude, were right on top of each other.
Yeah, the first 2 or 3 were just
that was really good.
Right on. And I noticed that when you were, a couple times you missed the trigger reset and then you kind of thought about it and then you started hitting that trigger reset every time. So that's really, really good. Your group is still very respectable.
Yeah.
First time you've ever shot a Walther PPQ, right? So first time ever shooting it, and that was 10 rounds. And there's your group on the target. The target is quite a bit smaller than a man size, so great job on that.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and take the old magazine out. You already did it. New magazine in. There you go. A good grip. Pay attention to the sights. Nice and easy. Good job. There you go.
Good job.
Boy, when you concentrate, you're right in the center of that target every time. When you concentrate and you're not hurrying, one that went a little bit high,
went over,
one that went a little bit low.
Oh,
but when
okay,
you're concentrating, you're getting great hits on it.
Thanks.
Good job.
Job.
Thanks.
As a first 9mm for someone who's just shooting 9mm,
Yeah, it's really nice. It controls the recoil even though it's like nothing.
what do you think of the trigger reset?
Yeah, the reset's really distinct, which is really nice. Makes it a lot easier.
and it breaks real clean every time.
For sure.
Hits the wall, and then it just breaks.
It's super nice.
Great pistol.
All right, you guys, young Beretta 9mm USA. We're going to shoot through the viewfinder here, see if we can get some good hits. Glock 19, Gen 4. Getting some good hits. Missed my last round.